Hi, guys. Welcome to WordPress Websites, creating and managing your own WordPress-based website. We are going to be showing you how that you can literally save $5,000 just because you got this course. Why is that? Because normally you'd be spending around $5,000 to get a designer to do a WordPress website for you. We are going to show you in this course how you can do it yourself, even if you don't have a lot of technical abilities, for around 50 bucks. I'm going to be showing you how to use a theme that will allow you to very, very quickly have your website up. And that's another thing, because if you go through a designer, boy, you're looking at waiting for a good long while before you get something that you really like online. Because there's a lot of back and forth that has to go with that. You're going to be able to be the master of your own destiny with this course. Now, what we're going to be talking about in this video is I'm just going to kind of give you a rundown of the general topics that we're going to be discussing. And there's going to be, several videos for each one of these modules. But the first thing we're going to go over is website basics, because I want everyone to be on the same page with this. That means the beginners, the intermediates, and even the advanced users. I want you to all understand the terminology that we're going to be using in the course, and just the general idea of what it is that needs to be done, all the different components that fall into place. Then we're going to specifically talk about WordPress. A lot of people have heard of that term because it is so popular, but they don't understand what WordPress is. We're going to go over that, and by the end of that module, you will have a great understanding of what its purpose is and why you need it. Then we'll go through site setup. This is going to be for probably the majority of the listeners that I have right now that don't understand, the technical stuff that needs to be done, or maybe they just haven't ever done it before and this is their first time, or maybe they've done it and they had real bad experiences. I'm going to be showing you what to do and explaining what it is that I'm doing so that you understand the different components that are necessary to go from having nothing, no online presence at all, to having a fully functioning website that then gives you power to go from there and do things. You can have the whole e-commerce thing, all of that ready before you had absolutely nothing. So by the end of that module, you're going to totally understand the things that are necessary to have a website and how to do them. Then we're going to discuss at a little bit of length themes and plugins. These are things that will work with WordPress that will make it function even better. And I was kind of hinting to that with the site setup thing, that I'm not going to necessarily show you how to set up a shopping cart, but I will show you that through plugins, you can get a shopping cart set up on your website, process credit cards, and do inventory tracking and all that stuff just because you are using WordPress. There's just lots of add-on things that you can use to put into WordPress and get it to behave exactly the specific way that you want it to behave. Then we're going to go over managing your website. We'll talk about operating WordPress and the things that you'll be doing, creating articles and editing and doing things like that. We'll discuss things like why you need to do backups and how often you should do things like that. Just everything that has to do with you managing your site. Because, like I said, my goal for this course is that let's assume that you have no understanding of any of these types of things, will on your own now be able to get a website up, WordPress based, operate that website, modify it to make it work how you want it to be able to work, and then on a regular basis be able to handle that stuff until you're making enough money that you can hire somebody else to do it. But that's what we're going to go over, and I look forward to spending some time with you and going over these things.